Good morning, I'm Chitrakar and these are the headlines of the hour. A case filed against 17 individuals including Gitendra Babu GB Rai for embezzling funds of Sahara Cooperative. Pressure mounts on bringing Congress leader Gurung among others into jurisdiction. Dengue spreads in all districts except Humla at the lack of coordination among 3 tiers of government. 12,000 infections reported in the past 8 months. US President Joe Biden addresses world leaders at the United Nations for the final time, says full-scale war was not in anyone's interest. And Nepal and Oman each share a point in the ICC World Cup Cricket League 2 series after rain prevented the match. A case has been filed at the Chitwan District Court against 17 individuals including Gitendra Babu GB Rai for embezzling funds of Sahara Cooperative's Chitwan. The case was filed by District Government Attorney's Office based on the investigation report prepared by the District Police. According to Superintendent of Police Bhavesh Rimal, the case was filed with available evidences considering the statute of limitation as investigation could be lengthy. Although the case was filed, no arrests, however, have been made. One of the 17 defendants, Kumar Ramtil, is already in jail from whom the district police has taken statements. 11 others are absconding, 3 are in jail and 3 are absent. The district government attorney's office has meanwhile directed the district police for additional investigation and eventually supplemental report. The Chitwan police have also been directed to investigate the whereabouts of 470 million rupees of Gorkha Media's account at Global IME Bank. Victims say Sahara Cooperative has yet to return 376.584 million rupees. The cooperative had 6,334 depositors and a deposit of 523.285 million rupees. The government has begun implementing the report prepared by the Special Parliamentary Probe Committee on the cooperatives case. Following the directive from the Ministry of Home Affairs, Gorkha Media Group's then Vice Chair Chabilal Joshi was arrested. However, the government has yet to bring the report into full implementation.
The Special Parliamentary Probe Committee of Cooperatives Fraud case investigated on 40 cooperatives, concluding that 87 billion rupees of depositors had been mishandled. It recommended for legal actions against all those involved in the embezzlement. The District Police Office Kaski this week arrested former DIG and board member of Gorkha Media Network, Chabilal Joshi, based on the report that states Joshi had received 20 million rupees from Surya Darshan Cooperative. Joshi's arrest also marked the beginning of implementation of the committee report, which the government says is the preliminary phase of the implementation. Arrests and investigation on others said to be involved in the embezzlements are expected to take place in the days to come. However, there are concerns if that would happen, as one of those involved in Nepali Congress, Vice President Dhanraj Gurung. Gurung's wife Jyoti has also been alleged of mishandling 120 million rupees of Miteri cooperatives of Lalitpur. The cooperative's chairperson, Kumbaraj Gurung, while giving statement to the committee, had suspected Jyoti Gurung had used 120 million rupees of the cooperative to invest in bitcoins. He also shared that leader Dhanraj Gurung had expressed commitment of solving the issue. Some leaders from the ruling side themselves say Gurung should be investigated.
धनराजी को केस में फौजदारी मुद्दा लाग्ला रे हैन त फौजदारी मुद्दा लाग्दाखेरि धनराजीले लाग्छ कि धनराजीको वाइफलाई लाग्ने हो मेरो हिसाबले त वाइफलाई लाग्नु पर्ने हो मेरो हिसाबले हैन उहाँ एज ए नेपाली कांग्रेसको सभापति उपसभापति तपाईको सांसदको हिसाबले जिम्मेवारी लिनुपर्छ त्यो सब कुरा आफ्नो ठाउँमा म त्यो डिफेन्ड गरे हैन उहाँलाई कसैले गलत काम गरेको छ भने त्यो सजायको भागी हुनुपर्छ त्यसमा XYZ जो सुकै भए पर्नु पर्यो नि त माने त्यसमा डाउट भएन अगाडि बढ्नु पर्यो हैन तर अब जस्ट बिकज कि उहाँ नेपाली कांग्रेसको त्यसकारण पर्न हुँदैन भन्ने कुरा हैन.
Apart from the much talk of transfer of cooperatives fund to Gorkha Media, the Parliamentary Probe Committee has also concluded that cooperatives funds had also been transferred to other private entities. Victims are hopeful of receiving their savings, but at the same time question on the fairness of the government.
The 79th General Assembly of the United Nations has begun in New York. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres addressed the opening session of the 5-day General Assembly. The Nepali delegation led by Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli is attending the opening session. Premier Oli is scheduled to address the General Assembly tomorrow. According to the United Nations, so far more than 120 heads of state and heads of government have arrived in New York. The General Assembly has 193 countries and 2 observer countries, the Holy See and Palestine. But during the 79th General Assembly, for the first time in history, Palestine will address as a member like the other 193 countries and has participated in the opening session. Brazil's President Lula da Silva, who was the first Speaker of the United Nations, congratulated Palestine for that. Meanwhile, Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli and Finland's President Alexander Stubb held a bilateral meeting in New York. The dialogue was held between them at the headquarters of the United Nations. Likewise, a meeting was held between Prime Minister Oli and Samoa's Prime Minister Faimi Naomi Matafa. In our Public Voice segment, today we have asked what should the government do to ensure safe release of Bipin Joshi. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
परराष्ट्र मन्त्रालय स्तरीय संवाद गरेर त्यहाँको नजिकको राजदूतावाससँग समन्वय गरेर यसको लागि चाहिँ पहल गर्नुपर्ने अवस्था देखिन्छ।
इजरायल र अब अर्को लडाकु चाहिँ अपोजिटसित मध्यस्थ गर्न सक्ने देशलाई चाहिँ अगाडि बढाएर चाहिँ रिहाई गर्न गरे राम्रो।
नेपाल सरकारले इजरायल सरकारसँग अनि त्यो कूटनीतिक पहल गरेर उलाई निकाल्न सकिन्छ।
मानव अधिकारका देखि लिएर हरेक कुराहरुमा ठाउँ-ठाउँमा लिएर मुद्दाहरु उठाएर ल्याउने पहल चाहिँ गर्नुपर्छ।
परराष्ट्र मन्त्रीले नै चासो राखेर पहल गर्नु पर्यो। सरकारले चाहिँ अब उले कसरी छुटाउने त्यो पहल गरिदिनु पर्यो।
बिपिन जोशीको रिहाईका लागि अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय समुदायलाई आग्रह गर्यो।
हमाससँग कतारी सम्बन्ध अलि राम्रो भएको हुनाले तिनीहरुलाई सम्बन्ध सुधार गरेर र त्यसलाई बढी भन्दा बढी कूटनीतिक प्रयोगबाट
इजरायल, कतार, दुबई लगायत इरान, इराक जस्ता देशहरुसँग समन्वय गरेको खण्डमा चाहिँ हामीले बिपिन जोशीलाई चाहिँ रिहाई गर्न सक्छौं।
उनीहरुसँग सिधै वार्ता गर्नुपर्छ।
More than 12,000 have tested positive for dengue in Nepal in the past 8 months. 6 of them have died. The mosquito-borne disease has been reported in all districts except Humla. The Epidemiology and Disease Control Division has warned the spread will persist throughout the ongoing month.
Tufan Khatka of Thankot, Kathmandu reached to hospital after feeling feverish and having a headache. He tested positive for dengue and was admitted at the Sukraraj Tropical and Infectious Disease Hospital in the capital's Teku following weakness. He was discharged on Sunday after staying in hospital for 6 days. Another patient, Pravina Rimal, also stayed at the hospital for 6 days. But even after recovering from this disease, she's worn out and has a hard time even standing up for too long.
त्यसमा त अस्ति नै भन्दा अलि सुधार हुँदै गयो तर पनि अहिले चाहिँ यो उभिन हुँदैन धेरै बेर उभिन हुँदैन यो ज्यानहरु सबै दुख्छ अलि गाह्रो भए जस्तो हुन्छ अरूले भन्दा नि यो डेंगुले सारै थला पार्दो रहेछ अरु त के यो बिरामी भएर उड्दाखेरि अरु जस्तो हैन यसले चाहिँ सारै नै अब त्यो सुत्केरी मैला भन्दा नि यसले बढी गाल्दो रहेछ.
Doctors say some patients of dengue show symptoms like fever, headaches to body pain. However, there are more severe cases where the patient's platelets have significantly gone down, blood count gone up and vomit frequently. Some even need to be admitted to the intensive care unit.
डेंगू फीवर मात्रै छ भने त्यति असर गर्दैन नर्मल लाइफमा गइहाल्छ डेंगू हेमोरेजिक फीवर हो अलि लामो समय लिएला हैन कतिको चाहिँ जिउ दुख्ने समस्याहरु लामो समस्या आउँछ बिरामीहरुलाई जिउ दुख्ने समस्या लामो आयो अरु अंगमा असर गरेछ भने मृगौला कलेजमा असर गरेछ भने लामो समयसम्म जान्छ र तुरुन्तै त्यसमा चाहिँ अलिकति रेस्ट गर्ने भनेर चाहिँ हामीले भन्छौं लामो समय.
Since January, more than 12,000 have tested positive for dengue in Nepal. 6 have lost their lives. The Epidemiology and Disease Control Division has said that the risk of dengue spread will persist for the ongoing month. Meanwhile, analysts have highlighted on the lack of coordination among 3 tiers of the government in controlling dengue spread. The general public, as a result, have been bearing the brunt.
Time now for our segment, Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
Here's the question, what's your take on the fluctuations seen in the share market? Your options are A, influence of big players, B, feeble monitoring, and C, fluctuations are natural. Voting is on. Type any WS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. Time now for international update. US President Joe Biden addressed world leaders at the United Nations for the final time, declaring that Russia's war in Ukraine has failed and that a diplomatic solution between Israel and Lebanon's Hezbollah was still possible. With 4 months left in office, Biden stepped up to the green marble lectern at the assembly with wars in Ukraine, the Gaza Strip and Sudan still raging and likely to outlast his presidency, which ends in January.
I know many look at the world today and see difficulties and react with despair, but I do not. I won't. As leaders, we don't have the luxury. I recognize the challenges from Ukraine to Gaza to Sudan and beyond. War, hunger, terrorism, brutality, record displacement of people, a climate crisis, democracy at risk, strains within our societies, the promise of artificial intelligence and its significant risk. The list goes on. But maybe because all I've seen and all we have done together over the decades, I have hope. I know there is a way forward. I believed America had to look forward. New challenges, new threats. Putin's war has failed. And at his core aim. He set out to destroy Ukraine, but Ukraine is still free. He set out to weaken NATO, but NATO is bigger, stronger, and more united than ever before, with 2 new members, Finland and Sweden. But we cannot let up. The world now has another choice to make. Will we sustain our support to help Ukraine win this war and preserve its freedom, or walk away and let aggression be renewed and a nation be destroyed? I know my answer. We cannot grow weary. We cannot look away. And we will not let up on our support for Ukraine, not until Ukraine wins a just and durable peace. We're also working to bring greater measure of peace and stability to the Middle East. The world must not flinch from the horrors of October 7th. Any country would have the right and responsibility to ensure that such an attack can never happen again. Thousands of armed Hamas terrorists invaded a sovereign state, slaughtering and massacring more than 1,200 people, including 46 Americans, in their homes and at a music festival. Despicable acts of sexual violence. 250 innocents taken hostage. I've met with the families of those hostages. I've grieved with them. They're going through hell. Innocent civilians in Gaza are also going through hell. Thousands and thousands killed, including aid workers. Too many families dislocated, crowding into tents, facing a dire humanitarian situation. They didn't ask for this war that Hamas started. I put forward with Qatar and Egypt a ceasefire and hostage deal. It's been endorsed by the UN Security Council. Now is the time for the parties to finalize its terms, bring the hostages home, and secure security for Israel and Gaza free of Hamas' grip, ease the suffering in Gaza, and end this war. Since October 7, we've also been determined to prevent a wider war that engulfs the entire region. Hezbollah, unprovoked, joined the October 7th attack, launching rockets into Israel. Almost a year later, too many on each side of the Israeli-Lebanon border remain displaced. A full-scale war is not in anyone's interest. Even if the situation has escalated, a diplomatic solution is still possible. In fact, it remains the only path to lasting security to allow the residents from both countries to return to their homes and the border safely.
That's all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Good day.